Hey friends, welcome back to Stappystamper. My name is Terry Stapp and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Central Texas. Today I want to share with you this awesome waterfall card. A friend of mine reached out and saw something on Facebook and asked if I could make something like that. And I said, of course I can. So then I had to sit down and figure out how to make it happen. We have his initial. The front is nicely decorated. We open it up, and inside there is room for 5 gift cards. It is a waterfall card, so if you pull the tab, it flips open, and then there's room right there to write the message, sign the card. And this is what we're going to be making today. All right, y'all. I'm going to record this video in sections because it is a doozy. Don't let that scare you off from creating it. Just like with anything else, inch by inch, anything's a cinch. We're going to take it step by step and make an amazing waterfall card. We're going to be using the Keeping Traditions stamp set and then the Gingerbread Man bundle. So we'll use some of the stamps and we'll use the dies as well. In addition to the stamp sets, you are also going to need a lot of paper supplies. So let's go through this. I'm going to tell you all the things, and then I'm going to put up a slide with all of the materials that you're going to need. So you can push pause when you get to that slide, gather all your materials, and then push play again, and we will put this wonderful card together. Okay. So for my base, I'm going to put this over here and bring it in bit by bit. My base color is going to be real red. So for my base, the actual card base, you're going to need 2 pieces of real red that are 5.5 by 8 7/8. You're going to score each piece at 4.5 and 4 5/8. Okay, looks like this. Here's one of them. 5.5 by 8 7/8. It's scored at 4 1/4 and 4 5/8. I don't know if you can see that. There's the score lines. Okay, 2 of those. Again, in my base color, you're going to want a piece of real red, or whatever your base color is, that is 3 by 10.5. This piece is scored at 5 1/4, 4 3/4, 4 1/4, 3 3/4, 3 1/4, 2 3/4. In real red, you're going to want a strip that is cut at 1.5 by 10.5. You're going to want a piece of real red that is 1.5 by 4. You're going to want 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of that. In that same base color, you're going to want 5 pieces that are cut at 3 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then finally, you're going to want a piece in your base color. Mine is real red. That is cut at 4 by 2 3/4. In addition to your base color, you're going to want a matte color. My matte color is Old Olive. So I have a 5 1/4 by 4. And I have 2 pieces, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. 2 of those. You're going to want your sentiment color, your inside color. I used basic white. So I have 1 piece of basic white that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. 1 piece of basic white that is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And another piece of basic white that is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And this is the piece that you're going to want to stamp with your sentiment. It's going to be underneath the waterfall. So a place that you can sign it or decorate it or whatever. For designer series paper, you are going to want 2 pieces of designer series paper. All of this is coordinating. So 2 pieces that are 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. 1 piece that is 5 1/4 by 4. 1 piece that is 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. 1 piece that is 5 1/8 by 2 7/8. You're going to want 5 pieces that are 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. And 5 pieces that are 3 7/8 by 1 3/8. Now I alternated mine. So I chose 2 patterns, and I have 2 pieces of 1 pattern in the 3 7/8 by 2 5/8 and 3 pieces in a coordinating pattern. And then I did opposite. So the piece that has, or the pattern that has the 3 pieces, I did 2 pieces of the 3 7/8 by 1 3/8. And then I did 3 pieces of the other pattern in that same size. So I kind of alternated. And I'll show you what we're going to do with those when we get to building the card. Okay. And then our last piece of designer series paper is 3 7/8 by 2 5/8. And then the rest is really up to you. So however you're going to decorate the front of your card. With the gingerbread man stamps and dies, so I die cut just 1. It's not, so the die cut that goes with this is the double, like they hold hands here. I just did 1. I decorated him up with a hat and a scarf, a candy cane, and some buttons. Now the hat, I cut 2. I cut 1 in red and 1 in old olive. I cut out the middle part and glued that middle part on the real red. Same with the candy canes. The candy cane die cuts out both pieces. It cuts out the solid and it cuts out the stripe. So I cut 1 in real red and 1 in white, and then glued them opposite. I glued the white stripes on the real red solid and the real red stripes on the white solid. Same with the different pieces of candy. So I have those cut out. I have my greeting that's going to go on the front of my card. That came from the Keeping Traditions stamps. And then I brought out just an old tab punch and punched that out. So you could use a circle punch, like a 1-inch circle punch, and fold it in half. If you have a different tab punch, you could use that one. I just used the one that was hanging on my wall. But you're going to want something that's going to create a pull tab that the person can grab a hold of and pull that waterfall part down. Okay. All right. Oh, in addition to that, you're going to want some sort of ribbon. I went into my stash of wrapping paper and grabbed my red tool, and I'll be using that on the front of my card as well. Okay. Next, you're going to find the slide pop up. Go ahead and push pause, gather your materials, and meet me right back here. Okay, we're going to do this step by step so that no matter your experience level, your confidence level, whatever, wherever you're at in your crafting journey, you can do this. And we're going to do it together. So we're going to do a little bit of prep work. I have pulled my 5 pieces of 3 7/8 by 1 3/8 designer series paper. My 5 pieces of designer series paper that are 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. My 5 pieces of real red that are 3 by 4. And my 5 pieces of real red that are 1.5 by 4. To begin, all we're going to do is take a piece of 3 7/8 and a piece of 3 by 4, and we're going to put all 5 of those together. And then we're going to pull our pieces of 1.5 by 4 and 3 7/8 by 1 3/8, and we're going to put all 5 of those together. Okay, let me show you one, and then I'm going to go off camera and do the rest of them. Okay, so I have my designer series paper. And I'm just going to put these together like this. And then I have my smaller pieces of designer series paper. And I'm going to put these together like this. Okay, so you're going to end up with 5 like this. The paper will be different. Remember, we have 2 pieces of one pattern and 3 pieces of a different pattern. And then you're going to have 5 like this, but there's going to be 2 pieces of one pattern and 3 pieces of the opposite pattern. Okay, I'm going to go off camera, meet you right back here. All right, that was super simple. Now we're going to put these pieces together with these pieces. These are going to become our gift card holders. So this waterfall card is going to hold 5 gift cards. Now, I want to take, you're going to need a hole punch. Mine is 1 3/8, 1 inch will work, whatever you have. And we're just going to kind of eyeball it. And I want to cut a little divot out of each one of these 3 7/8 by 1 3/8. That's the designer series paper. But out of each one of these pieces, the smaller ones, I'm just going to cut out a little divot from the center. Okay, I'm going to do that off camera. Meet you right back here. All right, I have all of the little divots cut. The next thing that you're going to want to do is match these up with the opposite pieces. So this is the opposite pattern, and I'm going to glue this to the bottom of this. This is where the gift card is going to slide in. Now don't glue the top, or you can't glue in the, or slide in the gift card. So you're going to glue on this side, the bottom, and this side, and then glue it down. So let me show you one, and then I'll go off camera and do the rest. So I have it turned over, and I'm going to put a little glue here. I'm using liquid glue for this, just because it's nice and thin. And right here, just like that. And then I'm going to match it up on the sides and on the bottom, and I'm just going to give it a good squeeze to push them together. And then that's going to create the place where you put your gift card. Okay, let's do the remaining 4. Remember, they're going to go opposite patterns, and then meet me right back here. All right, I have mine done. They're all glued together, so I have my 5 gift card pockets. Next thing, I'm going to put these aside. Next thing you're going to do is pull the piece that is 3 by 10.5 with all the scores on it. It's scored at 5 1/4, 4 3/4, 4 1/4, 3 3/4, 3 1/4, and 2 3/4. And then pull the strip that is 1.5 by 10.5. Okay. We're going to start making the mechanism, the waterfall mechanism. All right, I have my, actually I'm gonna get my bone folder real quick. I wanna just make sure that these are folded really well. I did go with my fingers and just squinch them, but I just wanna make sure that they're folded really well, because this is going to be the part that makes the card move. And I'm afraid that if it is too stiff, it's not going to move very well. All right, there we go. Now I have the long piece that's not scored up at the top. And then I have the piece with all of the score lines, and there's a bit left down here. I have that part facing me, okay? Now I'm gonna take the longer piece, the piece that's 1.5 by 10.5, and I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. I want to glue this piece on here, so about in the middle. It's going to end up wrapping around another piece and getting glued behind it, so nobody's going to see it, but just so that it's kind of even, doesn't have to be exact, we're going to glue that down. I left a little bit down at the bottom, and then I'm going to glue, let's see, what do I want to use? I think I'm going to use my tear and tape on this one, and some liquid glue. I want to make sure it's stuck really, really well. I'm going to pull the ends off of this one. Okay, and then I'm going to get out some liquid glue and just kind of, oops, sorry, I hit the camera, and put that in the middle, just to really make sure that it is nice and firm. And I should probably get my silicone mat so I don't get glue all over my glass in case I don't get it right on. All right, so that's going right across. I left, maybe 1/2 inch down at the bottom. And I'm just going to do this. Give it a nice rub. Okay. Now I'm going to cover up. I'm going to start by covering up this bottom piece. So pull your piece of real red or whatever your base color is. Pull the piece that's 4 by 2 3/4. The piece that is 3 7/8 by 2 5/8. And then you also want your basic white that's 3 3/4 by 2 1/2 that has your sentiment or whatever you're going to decorate on the inside. All 3 of these pieces are going to go together and then go right down here. Okay. All right, here we go. Trying to find my spot here. Oh, come on. There we go. I just want it to be nice and straight. That looks good. Oh, I think I may almost be running out of tape runner. I'm going to put this piece on here. And then I'm going to put adhesive here. And I'm going to put, let me see if I can come in a little bit closer. There we go. And then I'm going to put, here's my edge. Okay, that's the part that's been scored and folded, and there's not another score line below it. So I'm going to put this right underneath that score line. Oh, nope, not like that. Back up. I'm going to put it underneath the score line, but I'm going to put it the right way. This is the bottom of my card. Let's see, there we are. This is the bottom of my card, and I want it to be the right way, okay? So don't glue yours upside down. All right, here's my score line. It's going to go right beneath that score line. All right. That's not hard, is it? Maybe the hardest part is getting it straight. Okay. Still not quite straight. Let me see one more time. Can I push it up a little bit? Oh, sorry. See, what I'm trying to get is there's a little piece sticking out. There we go. I think I got it that time. Just had to finagle it. Okay. Now, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to glue a piece here, one of the gift card holders, and then we're going to go and glue the next gift card holder here, the next one here, the next one here, and the last one here. Remember that they are altering. Okay, so there's 5 slots. I want 1, 3, and 5 to be this pattern, and then the other pattern is going to be 2 and 4. So then they're going to be alternating like that on the card. Okay, I don't want to have 2 of them together, 2 of the same ones together. For mine, you might want to do that on yours. If you do, that's great. For mine, I want it to be alternating. Okay, so I'm going to take my card number 5, my liquid glue. I'm going back to my Tombow since I don't need that precision tip. And I'm going to run some glue on there. And it's the same thing. Right below that score line. Lining everything up. Giving it a good squish. Okay. My gift card holder number 4 is going to go right here. Line it up. What I'm looking at is here. Are these in line? And then once they're in line, I'm making sure it's in the right spot. Right here. Okay. Give it a good squish. Hold it for a bit. And now I'm ready for card number 3. And it's going to go right here. Okay. Oops, see, this one is even off now. Okay. Give that one a squish. Number 2. Line it up on the side. Line it up underneath the score line. And then the top gift card holder. Just like that. All right, push it back up now. We have all 5 gift card holders placed. I'm going to take this back piece, I'm going to fold it forward, okay? So this is the piece that we're going to work on next. I want to make sure, so we have the back, but the back isn't going to show, okay? What I'm doing, I have it folded in half, and I'm lifting up all of these pieces. And then I want to glue my piece of designer series paper that's 5 1/8 by 2 7/8. I want to glue that on here along with my tab. Okay, here we go. Okay, and then I'm going to have my tab, and I'm going to put my tab on right there. Can you see? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put glue here. I'm back to my precision glue just because if it squishes out, sometimes the Tombow will squish out, and it always sticks to my fingers, and then I have glue all over my hands. This one, if it squishes out, doesn't do that to me, so I kind of switch back and forth depending on what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to eyeball it again. I'm going to put that right in the middle. Get that glued down just like that. Okay, so this is our mechanism. We're going to do one more thing with it, but we're almost done with that part. And then the rest of it is all downhill, easy peasy. Okay, find your piece that is, or find one of the pieces that is your matte piece and measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. You should have 2 of those. We're going to use one of them. And this is going to get matted on the card. So I'm holding it like this and I'm looking for that 1/16 of an inch border. This piece, I'm going to flip it over. This is going to get wrapped around the back and adhered. And then this gets wrapped around the back and adhered. Okay, just like that. Okay, that's all I'm gluing right now. I'm not gluing. Let me pull this back out. Okay, I'm not gluing this down. I'm not gluing anything here down. All I'm doing, I'm taking it like this. I'm checking for my border. Okay, I want that 1/16 of an inch border. And then I'm wrapping this to the back and gluing it down and wrapping this to the back and gluing it down. Okay, I'm actually going to use both tear and tape and liquid glue my Tombow again. So I'm going to start here with tear and tape. And then I'm going to do tear and tape on this side. Okay, and I know because I've already creased it, so I know where to end my tear and tape. I'm going to get my bone folder and just, oh, I keep hitting that. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I know that drives y'all crazy. Burnish that down. Give that a good rub. I'm going to peel up. Maybe. Do I need my take your pick tool? No, I got it. Peel that up. Peel that up. I'm going to put some liquid glue right here in the middle. This may be overkill, but you know, this is the piece that holds the waterfall part together, and I just don't want to, I don't want anything to fall apart. All right, here I go again. I'm checking for my border, for my 1/16 of an inch border, making sure it's nice and straight all the way around. And then I'm going to fold this back just like that. Give it a rub. I'm going to peel these backings off my tear and tape. Put a little bit more liquid glue right here. And fold this over just like that. Okay, if we've done it correctly, cross your fingers, maybe your toes. Is everything crossed? If we've done it correctly, ta-da, almost. I think it'll go once we get it glued down. It's kind of hard to, there we go. Perfect. Okay, that is the waterfall part. Everything else is downhill, easy peasy from there. This is going to be the inside of our card. So find your pieces. So you have 2 pieces that are 5.5 by 8 7/8, your base color. Both of them are scored at 4 1/4 and 4 1/8. Okay. These 2 are going to get glued together. Now I suppose, let's see, no, that wouldn't, I was going to say if you had a piece of 12 by 12, but even a 12 by 12 would be too short, so that won't work. Okay, so you are going to need the 2 pieces of cardstock. we're going to put one on top of the other. I'm just looking here at my score line, and I want to put those two together. Okay, so I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. I think I'm just about at the end of this seal. Okay, I do want it to stick real well. I am going to add some liquid glue to the back, just in case. And I'm going to glue this piece to this piece. Okay, now I have like a little portfolio, maybe a little double fold card. Okay, the score lines are there, and the reason they're added is because once we add this, it gives us room to close our card. I did one earlier with a smaller, like a 1/4 of an inch. I scored at 4 1/4 and 4 3/8, I think, maybe, or maybe 4 1/2. And it was too small. So once I put the gift cards in, it's fine. But this way, it just gives it a little bit more room. Okay. So it's going to fold over like this. Once you have gift cards in, it's going to puff up even more. So that scoring here on the side, this little edge is going to allow it to grow with the additions of the stuff we're putting on the inside. Okay. All right. This is going to go right here. Once again, I'm going to really do a lot of adhesive because this is the whole part of the card. I don't want it to come apart, you know, and people are going to say, oh, that's so cool. And they're going to play with the card over and over and over again. And I just don't want it to come apart. So I have my piece. I have my 2 score lines. I don't want to put it on the left side of the score line or the right side of the score line. I have my part here in the middle. I'm going to put it exactly right here in the middle. It should have a 1/16 of an inch border around all 4 sides. And then the tab is going to hang out just a little bit, but that's fine. That's going to let people know that there's something in there. This isn't going in an envelope, so you don't have anything to worry about. We don't have to fit it in anything. It's fine if it sticks out a little bit. Okay. Y'all, that's really the card. The rest of what we're going to do is just decorate. Okay? So, let me gather the supplies to decorate with. And I'll meet you right back here in just a second. All right. I pulled 4 pieces of paper. I pulled 1 piece of cardstock. I have my other piece of old olive that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I have my 2 pieces of designer series paper that are cut at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then I have my other piece of coordinating designer series paper that is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. All right. So these 2 pieces, the 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, they are going to go right here on either side. You don't have to put paper there. I just thought it added a little bit of a festive touch perhaps. So I'm going to put those 2 there. I'm going to take my cardstock and my other piece of designer series paper. I'm going to put those 2 together. And that piece, this piece is going to go on my right-hand side flap on the opposite side so that we have the front of the card and it opens. So I have my designer series paper that's 5 1/4 by 4, and then my old olive that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and that's going to go right there. Okay, let me get that bit done and I'll meet you right back here. Okay, here we are. Here's the front. We haven't decorated yet. We open the Waterfall book. We have our designer series paper here. We have a piece that's matted on old olive here. And we open it up and we have another piece of designer series paper here with our Waterfall card in the middle. We pull the little tab. Ta-da! Isn't that just the coolest thing? Are you excited? I'm excited for you. If you're making this and you're a beginner and you're like, ooh, that's a hard thing to do, and you've done it, I'm so proud of you. That makes my heart so happy. Okay, almost done. Let's decorate the front and we will have an amazing, amazing card. Okay, we have a piece of old olive that is 5 1/4 by 4. A piece of basic white that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Those two are going to get put together. Then we have a piece of basic white that is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and a piece of designer series paper that is 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. Those are going to get put together. Then this set and this set are going to get put together just like that. Okay, a little bit bigger border around it, and those are going to get put together. So let's do that now. All right, I have mine put together. I also pulled the other pieces for the front of the card, and then I went ahead and pulled some of my tulle. Before I adhere this to the front of the card, I'm going to tie a bow just off to the side. Here we go. I'm going to trim. You know what? I think I want it facing the other way. I think those tails might get in the way of my gingerbread man. Trim that off. Trim that off. Might need to do a little bit more trimming in a minute, but I'm going to see how this comes together first. Okay, so I'm going to take my gingerbread man and I'm going to place him on the card. You know what? I'm going to change my mind. What if I put it over here? Because he has a candy cane in his hand. How's that going to look? Do I like that? No, I think I do like it over here. Okay, gingerbread man goes here. Aw, how cute is that? Okay, I love it. Okay, it's going to go here. Do I want him sideways? Maybe I want him. That's cute too. I think I want him sideways. Okay, I am going to use dimensionals on this. So, let me pull some dimensionals. And cover him up. Okay, peel off the backs. Just like that. So cute. Okay. Holly Jolly's going to go on there. I think I'll put it right. How about right there? Do I want? No, I don't want it in the middle. I'm going to put it over to the side with some. I probably need some a dimensional right here, since that was over to the edge. In fact, I think I'll put 2. And then we'll put some liquid glue. Peel off the back. Okay, and we can add, I had some candy left. We can add some candy around here. Oh, there's another candy cane. I want to tuck that. No, I don't want to tuck that back there. Do I want that? No, I don't want that. Maybe just that. What do you think? Do I like that? Do I like it like that? No, it needs something. Do I do 2 of them? Maybe I do 2 of them. Okay, this one's going to get glued down right there, or do I want this down and this up? No, that's too much. Red and white. Okay. That's going to get some glue. And we're going to put it right there. And then this one is going to go on top with another dimensional. Remember, it's not going in an envelope, so we can pile up as much dimension as we want. All right, that's cute. I like it. And then this cover is going to go on top. Oh my gosh, y'all. So stinking cute. Okay, let's add this on here. Make sure I'm looking at it right. Press. I think I do need to trim my tails again. I'll get my big scissors this time. I'll just give this one a little trim. And this one a littler trim. Okay, y'all. This is the cutest card. What do you think? Do you love it? I love it. Okay, super cute. We have our Holly Jolly little gingerbread man bundle. You give it to the person. They open it up and they, oh, how pretty. Oh my goodness. And then you have your gift cards in there. And then they go, wow. They pull the tab. Boom, boom, boom. Love mom and dad. Love Aunt Terry. Love grandma, grandpa. And they have their gift cards. Is that not the coolest thing ever? I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched it, I encourage you to go back and give it a try. I walked you through step by step. It's not that hard. It is a little fiddly and a little time consuming, but it's not hard. You can do it. If you're a beginning stamper, you can do it. Take it step by step. Do one part at a time. Easy peasy. You can do it. If you did it, I am so proud of you. We have made something awesome, and whoever gets this at Christmas is going to absolutely love it. All right, friends. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. And join me back here next Wednesday. We will keep working on some Christmas cards. Until then, happy stamping.